Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Jacob Meunier. Could you tell me your full name, please?
My name is Tini Choi Yi-Ting.
Thank you. And can you tell me where you're from?
I'm from Hong Kong.
Thank you. Now, in this first part, I'd like to ask you some questions about yourself. Let's talk about television. How often do you watch television?
I rarely watch television.
Why not?
Because when I'm back home, it was pretty late, so I usually get online. Maybe watch YouTube sometimes, yeah.
Which television station do you watch, if you watch TV?
Pearl, yeah.
And why do you watch Pearl?
Because I like English drama, so like sometimes like for Monday, each Monday or every Wednesday they have different English drama. So if I have time and when I'm back home earlier, I have chance to watch those.
Do you enjoy the advertisements on television?
Some of them, quite interesting.
And why?
Because some of the advertisements are quite inspiring. Yeah, for example, like just 10 seconds or 15 seconds, you can think about something else which you normally won't think about that topic.
Do you think most programs on television are good?
It depends. Yeah, of course for the peak hours, the programs might be better, but for for midnight or early in the afternoon, they are not quite in good quality.
Now let's talk about your neighbors here in Hong Kong.
Okay.
How well do you know the people who live next door to you?
Luckily, I have my neighbors who is my best friend. She just moved in my same building like a few months ago.
How often do you see her?
I guess nearly every day. Yeah.
And why?
Because I live with my parents and she lives alone, so that's why like sometimes like nearly every day I just go to her place and talk and then chit chat.
What kinds of problems do people sometimes have with their neighbors in Hong Kong?
I guess it's the problem that people not really willing to meet the neighbors or the strangers. For example, I know like in some Western countries, they will just when they just move in, they will go and meet the neighbors and greet and maybe give them some presents or have dinner together. But then for Hong Kong, I guess not so common. So I guess it's a little bit cold among the neighborhood.
How do you think neighbors can help each other?
Sometimes like when for example, if I have family, my kids I have to go out for a while and then maybe the neighbors can take care of my kids. Or like sometimes when I'm not around and I'm out of town, my neighbors can take care and see if there's any strangers get to my house.
Now let's talk about flowers. Do you like to have flowers in your home?
I don't really got flowers in my home.
Why not?
Because maybe I'm a lazy person, so I don't like changing flowers every week or every few days.
Where would you go in Hong Kong to buy flowers?
Flower market is the most popular place in Hong Kong for flowers.
And why would you go there?
Why would I go there? Because it's cheaper and I know it's fresh because every day they will have fresh flowers delivering to those markets.
On what occasions would you give someone flowers?
Graduation or some celebration, for example, anniversary, or celebrating something with my friends or families.
Are flowers important in Chinese culture?
Quite important in different occasions, of course. For example, in weddings, of course, they will give each other some flowers, or in funerals, they will also give flowers, or in different festivals, for example, Chinese New Year or Mid-Autumn Festival, they will also get different type of flowers representing different festivals.
Thank you. Now, in this next part, I'm going to give you a topic, and I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes.
Okay.
Before you talk, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say. You can make some notes if you wish. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. So here's some paper and a pencil for making notes. And here is your topic. I'd like you to describe a time when you were asked to give your opinion in a questionnaire or survey. Okay, now remember, you have 1 to 2 minutes for this, so don't worry if I stop you. I'll tell you when your time is up.
Okay.
Could you start speaking now, please?
Yes, sure. So I had an experience of answering a survey like a few months ago. So I am a member in a gym club, gym center. So one time I received a survey form, so asking about the service that they provide. So the survey is about like how good the service is, how the environment can satisfy the customer. So so what my opinions gave to, I guess the questionnaire is, the reason why they want me to fill in that questionnaire is to improve the service, to improve their environment or what they can do better to service, because we gave like a few $1,000s a year for that membership for having gym in that center. So I gave them some opinion about like how clean I think the center is, or how the service is. For example, staff. There are different kind of staff. For example, the cleaners or the gym instructor, etc. So I will ask them. I tell them about like how helpful they are. For example, when I need some water or I need some direction of where I should go, I ask for. Sometimes they can give me some opinion, but then sometimes they couldn't really answer my questions. So I wrote down my opinions. So I think after I fill in that survey, I feel like they are really improved, because of course not right away, but at least like after I fill in that survey, I would be more notice of, for example, the cleanliness, the surface, or the how helpful of the staff are, etc.
So do you feel that your participation in the survey was helpful?
Yeah, quite. Of course, I'm not the only one that changed the whole thing, but I'm sure like I'm one of the part that changed the environment to be a better one.
Thank you. Could I have the paper and pencil back, please?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. That collect information about people's opinions. What kinds of organizations want to find out people's opinions?
Okay. So I've heard about one organization in Hong Kong called Secret Shopper. Yeah, sort of like that name. But it's about like they recruit some people in or around Hong Kong, some maybe different backgrounds, different ages, to go, mystery shopper, yeah, to go to some different shops and do some survey. So what they do is they pretend they're customers. They go to those kind of shops and pretend they're really buying that service or that good, and then they will have a survey. Do it secretly. Of course, they are marking with their forms, and then to observe if that company is delivering certain kind of service in good or in bad way. Yeah.
Do you think that questionnaires or surveys are good ways of finding out what people really think about something?
Yes, I think so. Because if I deliberately ask you to do some survey, of course, you're the one who's using it, and then maybe beforehand I'm preparing something to impress you and maybe give me higher score. But if I do it like secretly, like that mystery shopper, so like you totally have no idea who is the mystery shopper, so I can make sure you are the one who I'm giving you the accurate service, which is quite accurate.
What reasons might people have for not wanting to give their opinions on a survey?
What? Sorry, pardon?
What reason might people have for not wanting to give their opinions to a surveyor?
Opinion that they don't want to give?
What reason might people have for not wanting to state their opinions?
For example, if the survey includes the name, other than just anonymous, maybe it will influence the service afterwards. For example, I'm complaining your service is really bad, so you might know that maybe I troublesome customer. So maybe in the future, you, in a good way, you will improve your service, but in a bad way, maybe you will just backmouth, like talking about me on my back. Yeah.
Let's move on now and talk about questionnaires in school. Do you think it would be a good idea for schools to ask students their opinions about teachers and lessons?
Yeah, it depends. Like for some good students that they really want to improve the school quality, of course, they will give their opinion about how they think about the school and the teachers or lessons. But for for the bad students, they don't like class, they don't like that particular teacher, for maybe personally or for whatever reason. So it might not be that accurate.
What would the advantages for schools be, though, if they asked students their opinions?
I guess for the advantages, it would be the teachers will improve the quality when teaching, because it's not just the students' responsibility to work hard. Sometimes for students who are interested in that particular subjects, it also depends on how innovative or funny is that teacher is. So I guess it would be a quite good thing to have that survey.
Would there be any disadvantages in asking students' opinions?
Yeah, I guess it will. For the teachers especially, because when they know they are being surveyed, so it would be or evaluated, it would be quite a big pressure for them.
Okay.
Yeah.